That wasn't a fart, that was my knee sleeve. Just wanted to start it off by getting that out of the way so nobody got the wrong idea. And I really don't know how it happened. I guess it's just bad quality, but as soon as I got into the bottom of the squat, I could hear something like just popping, but I felt in my knee that it was perfectly fine. So I just decided to complete the rep. And then afterwards, I checked my knee sleeve and I could tell that there was something wrong with the elasticity, because it didn't make the noise that it usually does when I bent my leg, and it also wasn't as tight as it normally is. So I am gonna have to get new ones. I have a pair of Inzers in the Amazon cart right now, and they are a bit more expensive, but not really that much. And it has, it's pretty well recognized. So I don't think I'm gonna have the same problems, at least not for anytime soon. Honestly, the thing that I'm most annoyed about is that I paid $70 for bad quality. Because, like, if it was $50, I would have still bought it just because I'm cheap, but I wouldn't have been as mad that it popped so soon. But yeah, I guess you could say I have, well, not big, but I guess mild plans for this block. I am hoping the best case scenario would be a 1,300-pound total. Since I'm only doing 1 rep max this month, I'm going to be able to have the highest weights and the highest total for one, so I'll know what my 1 rep max actually is for sure, and I won't have to calculate anything. This will also be the first block where I bench 300 pounds and deadlift 500 pounds, and that's going to be in the 3rd week. And then in the last week, I am hoping for 470 squat if I have my knee sleeves by that time. If not, then everything's fucked and I'm not going to be happy. 310 bench, which I know will be easy, but just because I'll be able to get 1,300 with it, I'm not really going to go any higher. I might, just because 315 on the bench is only 3 plates and 310 is 5 plates. So just, if I'm lazy, I'm going to be doing 315. And then I think it's 520 deadlift. And the 470 squat and 520 deadlift are pretty big jumps. My calculated PR for each is 450 squat and 500 deadlift, so that would be a 20-pound increase. It's not really an ego thing, just based off of my performance from the past few blocks. Squat has been very good. I've been progressing very fast, and every PR has been pretty easy. And with deadlift, I know that I could have gotten 485 if I hadn't messed up my form. And I'm not saying that just because I'm making excuses, because literally when I was standing over the bar for 475, I could barely breathe, just because the heat mixed with how I had exerted myself before. So even like weekend, I was still able to get it. I know that I'm able to do more than that right now. I have also been putting a little bit more energy into deadlifts specifically, just working on my form, figuring out my wedge, and my kind of figuring out how to use my limb lengths to my advantage, and figuring out what position is best for me, and not really focusing as much on what I see on Instagram, and only really doing what feels best for me specifically. So I started doing cluster deadlifts, which is just when you step back away from the bar in between each rep, so everyone feels like the first rep. And I've also been trying to focus a little bit more on my RDLs to kind of get a little bit more wedge training from that. And so far, the block has been going pretty well. I'm not really going to say anything for squat, just because the first day of the block is always a little bit harder, just because I've been training at a lower weight for a week and my body needs a bit more time to get used to the heavier weight. But bench was very easy. It was probably like an RPE, I think 7.5. Honestly, I really was not expecting it to move that fast. I wasn't expecting it to be difficult, just because it's the first week and it's obviously going to be easy. But since it is at a heavier weight. It's supposed to be 93% of my 1 rep max. That was not 93%. That was a good bit lower than 93%. I don't know exactly, so I'm not really going to say anything, but I probably could have gotten maybe 2-3 more reps if I really tried. But I won't know for sure how good of a start this is until I complete deadlifts, which is today. I'm about to start stretching and warming up for it, and I'll see you next time.